Alright, I'm back. Just like that, right? Alright, so remember, the getting in shape weeks are over. So all that light stuff I was doing, that's a wrap. Now I'm at my base level, which is 3 sets of 26. I gotta still listen to my shoulder, so I might stop, or I might adjust, or I might not even do as much this week because of that. But I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna do 3 sets of 26, and then on the isolation stuff, it'll be 7 this week. Next week it'll be 10. Also next week, the 26 will go up to 36. Again, that's taking my shoulder into consideration, as I just described in the previous video. But anyway, enough talking. Let's get to this. I'm a little sore in other areas too. The old man in me. But we're gonna do it. All right. One, two. Okay, that was 26. That's 10 reps up from last week when I was doing 3 sets of 16. I think I'm gonna make that my new base. Nah, bump that. I feel it. Definitely feel it. Little pine tree tea helps get rid of mucus. My dear mother Donna made it for me. All right. Set in isolation. All right. Arm rolls. I'm gonna go a little lighter on knees because they hurting that shoulder. Lost count. Doing 16, so I'm gonna stick to last week numbers for this. And I'll probably keep it that way. Just so you know. As far as arm rolls are concerned, typically, it's the only thing that has its own number. It wasn't until recent times, maybe like, I don't know, the past 6 months, I started doing them with the same number as the push-ups and stuff. Now, by all means, I encourage y'all to do that. But in truth, I would just do a little bit more for that than the isolation. So typically, on week 1, that would be like 10, maybe 12 reps of each one of those. I really do it to keep the shoulders, the fast twitch muscles, small muscle fibers, and just keep your overall shoulder area free from pain and harm, really, from when you're doing the bigger stuff. All right, so that was the end of superset 1. No. That was the end of set 1 of superset 1. So now it's set 2 of superset 1. All right, let's do it strong. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about these squats. Push up too, because this type of push up might hurt their shoulder a little bit, but I'm gonna do it. No excuses. I might have to take my time, so bear with me. Now on the push-ups per se, but the squats in between sets. Ah, 26. Gotta wait a second. First day is always the hardest. All right, squats. Might have to go to the restroom after, real quick, but here go the squats. Calf raise. Little weakness trying to lead the body. Forward this time. Middle set forward. All right, set 2 of superset 1 complete. One more, and then we're done with superset 1. And thank God. It's the most challenging, but I designed it like that on purpose to get it over with. Hold on, I blow my nose. I advise take a little bit of this. I'm gonna get the more potent version soon. It's a little watered down, but it still helps. Work wonders for your health. Just a little cap full. I also use it to clean my hose when you get too out of, when you get unclean. Just a little bit. Alright. We're about to get to superset 3. Set 3 is superset 1. Last 26. It's rough. I ain't gonna lie. So rough. I'm contemplating. I'll look y'all in the face when I say this. Okay, so remember, I said ideally, you want to go up by 10 reps each week. For women, go up by 4 reps each week, right? However, let me explain something. If you find a week that you're struggling, and you can tell your body ain't adapted, postpone going up until wait 2 weeks to do it. Wait 2 weeks to do it. So I'm contemplating right now as I battle this long thing, whether or not I'm gonna start just doing it every week or every 2 weeks. By the time we get to the end of the week, I'll see how I feel. But it's looking like with this shoulder and my lungs, like I'm gonna end up increasing by every 2 weeks. I know that ain't quite what I wanna do, but it don't matter. I'm still working out and I'm gonna still get to the performance level I wanna be at. So same goes for y'all. Alright, so last set of superset 1, and then we go on to superset 2. The sit-up workout. Yeah, that shoulder hurt. This hurt. This position already hurt more than others. And this is just fist push-ups, but I'm gonna do them. Just to show and prove to y'all that this works, my son is currently, last time I checked, I'm proud of him, on 3 sets of 80. It's possible. No cap in my rep. The most I ever built myself up to, it was either 3 sets of 106 or 3 sets, it was 3 sets of 106. Wasn't no 20 seconds in between when you get that high, but I was doing it. And then it got to a point where instead of going up further from that, I started doing 2 a days. So I would do 1 set early of 106 of all that. And isolations was something ridiculous too. But after doing that, later on in the evening, I would do the base workout of what I'm doing now. 3 sets of 26. Yep. I got that that ridiculous with it at one point. All right, we're gonna finish strong. Last set of squats. Ah, that Hebrew warrior, baby. Ah. I'm glad I put this oxygen on. I'd have passed out. Or worse. I'm gonna dread that pull-up ball. All right. That was 3 sets of superset 1. So now on to superset 2, the sit-up workout. I might stop the video and pick right back up instantly because I don't like these videos getting too long. All right. Actually, not for this one. For this one, I'm gonna do it all the way through to prove to you ain't no cap in that rap. Then I'm doing this. So the first week will be like the raw week, the first day of the new week, should I say. So next week, same thing. But one day, if it ain't even the first day, at least one day out of the week, you will get this full raw version. And then soon, I'm gonna have it to where the video is just sped up, or I might just show you a piece of it You know, like me doing a few squats, a few push-ups, calf raises, etc., etc. But not the full thing. But then, that following week, I'll do the long format video so you can see that I'm actually doing this the way I say I am. And then, like I said, the subsequent videos after that will be the videos that I do. Where they're short. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna do this sit-up workout now. Okay. And I ain't trying to discuss y'all when it comes to me having to relieve myself of mucus in those bottles, but I have to. I gotta get it out because my body is going haywire with mucus. Alright, so 26 and then 7 on the actual sit-up. So on all crunches, 26 and then 7 on the sit-up itself. Let's go. Alright, that's set 1, superset 2, the sit-up, superset. If it is emphysema, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, COPD. I wouldn't be that shocked because I can feel it. I can actually feel it. There's a tightness there. And I can tell my lungs aren't functioning exactly the same. Even with the pulmonary fibrosis, I can definitely tell a loss of functionality. But y'all has the last say, right? So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing until I can't no more. And that's the bottom line with that. Alright, set 2.
Alright, that was set 2 of superset 2. And then we go to superset 3, the leg lift. We're at the halfway point. All right, let's finish strong. All right, set 3. And we set 3, superset 2, the sit up superset. So now we go to leg lifts, superset 3. 3 sets of that, 7 each rep. Then straight from that, no rest in between, fire hydrant / dog pedals. Yeah, we can say, honestly, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling. Thank God that the next, on Wednesday, the workout's going to be the total gym. It'll be 7 reps, but that helps. It gives your body a little break from this level of intensity. Even though that's its own intensity, it's different. So when you switch it up a little bit, it helps promote faster growth, and also, you know, what that's due to muscle confusion. So you want to keep your body in a state of muscle confusion, but not so confused that you're doing something different every day or every workout. No, it's more like you stay steady with your main workout, and then you deviate, you know, 1 week after week. The way I do it, and to keep my body always guessing, but that's why I be exhausted, is I do 2 push-up days, and then the middle day is the total gym.
Sometimes it might not be the middle, depending on my itinerary or whatnot. But then the next week, I will swap it. So it'd be 2 days total gym, 1 day push-up. And I always leave off of where I left off the week before, going into a new week. Simply because when it comes to doing it this way, simply because it keeps your body, well, I ain't gonna sit here and say that. I was going up, but I did advise certain people I was training to just stay on that same level for 2 weeks, because it give your body time to acclimate to the changes in numbers. Because trust me, these numbers make a difference. These numbers are what's going to get you fit, and if you're trying to get big, it'll help get you that too. 1, 2, yeah, I feel it in my lower back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we're gonna do it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 1. That was 2. That was 3. That was 4. That was 5. That was 6. That was 7. That was 1. That was 2. That was 3. That was 4. That was 5. That was 6. That was 7. Set 1, superset 3. Complete. Hey, by the way, how was y'all's day today? I pray that it was great for everybody, positive, productive, or maybe a chill, relaxed day. But that's productive too, especially when you de-stressing. You feel me? But just remember this one key thing. Purpose is greater than pleasure. I say that because if you're in a pleasure seeking, it's good to get on your purpose and make pleasure fleeting and momentarily. But your true pleasure should come from fulfilling your purpose. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. It hurt like hell, but I got a mission to complete. All right, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was a 1. That was 2. That was a 3. That was a 4. That was a 5. That was a 6. That was a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a 7. Set 2. Now, I want to let y'all know, the formats of this is not just going to change based on speed. The quality of it going to get better. I'm in the process of trying to get my phone updated from this 14 Pro Max. I'm going back to Android. To hell with Apple. I'm going to get that Galaxy S26 26 Ultra, call it a day. But anyway, the quality of the videos is going to increase. And like I said, the length of time, I'm going to have it done a certain way. So that way, I ain't got y'all on here blabbering at the mouth for an hour or so. Today's going to be that, but the next one probably won't be. But today's is going to be that because I'm just doing this to prove a point. All right, finish strong, last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. That's a 5. That's a 6. That's a 7. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. That's a 5. That's a 6. That's a 7. Ah. Get to the chopper. Get down. Yeah, that's how I feel. Alright, straight into these. I'm stalling, but y'all go straight into them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is superset 4. Dog pedal leg lifts. Dog pedal fire hydrant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That was exhausting. All right, pull-ups, then plank, and then we done. I'm gonna do my stretching offline to reduce this video. But I'm gonna do it. All right, I gotta be a little quiet with this. I am gonna do a warm up of this. The pull up I always do. 5 today, and then 7. All 3 sets, and then we plank, and then we out of here. Excuse the coughing. Ah. All right. Do 5 for a warm up. Let me stretch it. This requires all concentration. All effort. Just pure focus. Get out your head. Whatever doubt you have, and just see yourself at the finish line. But it's important to not just dream beautiful conclusions. You got to think about the blood, sweat, and tears that it takes to get to those conclusions, right? So in the case of this, don't put off the work you're doing in, because the work is your story. The end result is the glory of it. But remember, there is no end to this. Not by my philosophy. It's a lifestyle. So embrace the process, right? So when you're doing this, even if you're struggling, don't worry about that. Just get it done. And then that way you'll feel more proud in the end. Because I'm going to tell you something. This is, and that's not the knock. I understand sometimes people have health issues and you got to resort to the knife. But man, try to avoid that, please. And just do something like this over and over and over. And I guarantee you, like I said, form follows function. So if you train like T'Challa, if you train like Captain America, you're going to look like that. It's simple. You're going to look like it for what your body type looks like. That don't mean you will look like me. Don't mean I'll look like you. There'll be certain advantages that I may perceive you have. There may be certain advantages you perceive I have. But if we both doing the same things over and over, the same amount over and over, form follows function. You will start to look like what you do. More importantly, you'll start to look like what you don't do. And that ain't what you want to be. Alright, so I stalled y'all long enough. Called my bro. Let's finish this strong. Alright? I had to make sure I wasn't going to cough because I felt a lot of congestion moving around in there. And I ain't trying to have it while doing this, because coughing, believe it or not, can sometimes ruin a rep, hell, let alone a whole set. And I ain't trying to have it. See, it's there. All right, let's do it. 5. Warm up. Next 3 sets. 7. Full thing. I gotta spit. And pee. Be right back. air, not have this on, or I would probably drop it. That's how serious I am. So I'm just fighting the best I can, so I can't fight no more. Alright, y'all, sorry about that. I'm back. Go ahead, finish this out. It took me a minute to, get myself together, but here's the deal. We already did the warm up, which is fine. So now we're just gonna finish this 3 sets strong. So I'm gonna do some about that gripper part. I'm gonna definitely do under, because I ain't got no dumbbell right now, and I wanna work out these biceps. And then I'm contemplating whether or not I wanna do close grips for the triceps or wide to kind of force this shoulder into rehabilitation, but I don't want to injure it either. So when I get to the last set, I'll determine that. But right now, about shoulder width apart, regular pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Another hour-long video, eh? All good. I know these videos are long, but listen, they long for a reason. They long because, I see oftentimes, and it's not to belittle anybody else, honestly, but most times you see little snippets of a person working out, right? And they may look fit, they may be fit, but a lot of times you ain't seeing the whole thing. There are some extreme calisthenic dudes that you can see that, and I respect it. So I chose to do my format real and raw because I wanted y'all to see me. I wasn't at my weakest, but then again, maybe I was because of my breathing. I wanted you to see that and then see what it looked like, me battling through it. I'm determined. It hurts, I ain't gonna lie, but that's the beauty in it, because my spirit, for the sake of my kids, for the sake of my people, and for the sake of y'all, my spirit won't just let me lay down and wallow in defeat. I ain't built like that. And so hopefully that comes through on the camera, but that's the real reality of it. So, thank you for bearing with me with how long these videos are, but that's the reason. I just want to capture all this because in the end, worst case scenario, it's a record for my kids too, so they will know the kind of father they Abba was. Alright, let me finish. And Abba is father in Hebrew, for those of you who don't know. Alright, let me finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling it. One more set though. That cough feeling it too. It's trying to come up. Yeah. Can't be too mad at the results though. If you go back and look at that first video 3 weeks ago, I think you'd be hard pressed not to see a change already. This workout, I designed it in this way for super fast results. It just takes so much of your time and effort, but I promise you, if you do it, you'll probably be the strongest that you've ever been in your life, as long as you keep increasing and you wait them 20 seconds. All right, last set. Let's see how this feels. And then we plank to close it out in prayer. I'll say my prayer for y'all, my people, the righteous, and y'all. My family, your families. And that's how we end this. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Alright. We did it, y'all. Alright. Plank, 30 seconds today. Dang it, I always forget that. Can't close it. Put that up there, right? Plug this back up. I'll be forgetting and I'll be needing it to be charged. Something I don't do, something I don't show y'all I do, is I take that pull-up ball and I do 3 sets of 30 seconds just hanging. For one, it's helping with this. Number 2, I do that for my posture and my lower back, and my back, period. Hanging from a bar can change your life. Look up the result. Look it up if you don't believe me. Look it up if you ain't familiar with it. All right, let's plank and finish strong. 30 seconds. I'm out of it. Yeah, some more. Alright. You did it, man. Alright. I'm gonna gather my breath, pray, and then we're gonna end this video for today. And I'll see y'all again on Wednesday. So update this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, let something happen. And I gotta make adjustments, but it will be 3 days after week regardless. And then next week, I may go back to Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. We'll see. Bow your head. Humble your spirit with me. Face the east if you can. Abba Yah. I pray, Holy Father. Hold on. I'm so out of breath. I couldn't even keep going. Hold on one second. Sorry, y'all. Try to be focused. All right, here we go. Abba Yah, I pray, Holy Father, that you protect me, my family, those who I love, and the righteous, mentally, physically, and spiritually, for all time. I also pray that you mold me into your holy image on this earth, so that I may do your works as is in heaven above. May you forever be worshipped and praised, for you are most holy. Hallelujah. 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 Your God. Your God. Your God. Selah. All right, y'all. It's been a long video, long workout, but we out. I'm happy y'all stuck it out with me. I'll post this tonight. And see y'all again on Wednesday, all right? Stay positive. Stay righteous and holy. And no matter what, man, just remember, this ain't nothing but, I ain't gonna say that, but what I will say is, there's more to life than what you just see. So don't get too caught up on, you know, negative energy and sad, you know, situations, because this is only temporary anyway. They too shall pass, but that don't mean you do. All right? Not in the sense of, I just don't simply believe this is the end of your conscience, even when you lose a body. It's just a vehicle. This is just a vehicle. So I don't want nobody being all sad, feeling sorry for me. You can be empathetic, and you can, you know, definitely, I appreciate the love and, you know, well wishes, but I ain't nobody's victim, and neither should you be. So this is the hand I'm dealt. I'm dealing with it best I can, and we're gonna continue, you know, up and on and up. But all right, man, I'm done blabbering for the night. It's already an hour and 8-minute video. Good gracious. Anyway, peace.